Hello everyone, it's Friday, March the 12th. It'll probably be Saturday before you see this. This one's going to be a little more serious video. It's not going to be very long, and most of it's just going to be my opinion. So if you'll just hang in there with me beyond the first few slides, I'd really appreciate it. Harry could become a narcissistic discard from Meghan Markle in the coming future. Disclaimer can be found in the description below. If you or someone you know is suffering from depression or abuse, please seek help. You're valued, loved, and no matter how you may be feeling, talking to someone is only a phone call away. You're not alone and should never feel ashamed because you feel the way you feel or your situation. You will not be judged. Please, many people love you and would be hurt if they lost you. And I'm being truly serious about this, guys. So, my video is about Harry. I'm just going to show you a couple slides and the rest are going to be just my thoughts. Top 10 signs of emotional abuse in a relationship. Says things that upset or frighten you. Controls the finances and how you spend your money. Swears at you or calls you names. Orders you around and treats you like a servant. Is intolerant of any seeming lack of respect, uses guilt trips or shaming to get his or her way, sulks and refuses to talk about an issue, makes a big scene about small issues, threatens infidelity or divorce to throw you off balance, accuses you of lying or having a bad memory. Some signs of narcissism, sense of entitlement. A common sign of people with narcissism is the belief that they are superior to others and deserve special treatment. I believe that's the way Meghan is. Manipulative behavior. Another common trait of narcissism is manipulative or controlling behavior, which we know that's something she does with all of her friends, the people who work for her, and all of the relationships, and even her own family. The need for admiration. We can tell that by all the pieces she puts out in the paper and even self-congratulatory statements that she made during the sit-down interview with Oprah. And a lack of empathy. She never felt bad for the royal family, the people of the UK who bared the expense of her wedding and security detail. There was never empathy for anyone else. I believe Harry has empathy. I believe he's just very confused. Just 2 slides. The narcissistic discard phase. 3 signs of that a final discard is coming. It says that narcissistic discard phase is often the final phase in the relationship. Relationships with narcissists follow a familiar pattern that begin the moment you meet them. Most often, they will attempt to charm you and shower you with flattery. These traits make the narcissist popular as they boost the ego of the target. This early stage is called the idealization phase, which they are deeply in love with you and how you make them feel. Don't assume that phase will last, though. It's just like an abuser, as the narcissist slowly introduces slights and insults into the relationship that are intended to devalue you and your self-worth. It might be the way you dress. It might be your hair. It could be something you said in an interview that they didn't like. It could be that you didn't stick up for them when they felt they needed defending. It could be in a lot of things that you didn't read their mind or know their wants and desires of something. It can just be a flip of a switch. In this stage, the narcissist shows their true self, one which is no longer enamored with you but desires to control you. You don't even realize this is happening. This is a desperate attempt to boost their ego, guys, to regain the feelings that they felt earlier in the relationship. Once the narcissist has completely broken you down and you can no longer fuel their ego, they will discard you. This phase leaves the partner feeling worthless and confused, wondering what they could have done differently to salvage the relationship. In reality, no amount of effort would have ever changed the relationship's outcome, as the narcissist is always looking for new victims to pad their ego. You just ran your course with them. You don't have anything else to offer them. They've taken everything from you that they wanted, and now they're ready to move on to somebody else who can give them more things because they're very materialistic. This kind of love, as Jungian analyst Robert Johnson once said, is always directed at our own projections, our own expectations, our own fantasies. It is a love not of another person, but of ourselves. Meghan loves herself, in my opinion. Now, these are all my thoughts. This is just the email I sent to myself. Could Harry experience a narcissistic discard from Meghan Markle in the future? Meghan could have a replacement waiting in the wings. She could have already had an affair, or maybe there's someone else that she's already starting to get under her control. Harry could finally wake up and confront his narcissist Meghan, only to have Meghan realize that she can't get Harry back under control. I feel like after that interview that Harry may have been, if he watched it, thought, oh my gosh, we went too far. We've said things we shouldn't have said. And I think he was shocked when he came in for his portion of the interview. And at one point, Meghan reaches out and grabs his hand, and she wants to finish what she's saying, where Harry's obviously trying to cut her off and say, don't go there. Harry might do something to Meghan that she cannot forgive him for. Maybe he speaks to his family in a negative way and she overhears it. Maybe he speaks to anybody and or even her and says he's not in agreement with her. So he might do something to Meghan that she cannot forgive him for. He may speak his mind about the tone of the sit-down interview with Oprah. Surely by now he must have realized the damage it has created to his family. What if Meghan one day wakes up and decides she no longer needs Harry and is no longer willing to put in the work to keep him? Sometimes it becomes too much. It's not worth it for what they're getting out of it. She has already used him up. They have lost support from the royal family and also after this sit down with Oprah. Meghan has powerful support of well-known people who have proven to her that they will offer her the connections that she now craves. Harry has lost everything. He's lost his career, his role in the royal family, the respect of his family, respect of the people of the UK and around the world. He now lives in an unfamiliar country where he really has no true friends to speak of. I think Harry has been under Meghan's control since marriage. I think Harry left his home and his entire life for Meghan. Now he has Archie and another child due to be born and will not want to be kept away from them. He has been slowly broken and forgotten how to be himself. His self-worth is bankrupt. All of his money and assets are under Meghan's control. He is viewed as a woke joke. Meghan has trained Harry how he should think and what he should say. She has even convinced Harry that he had unconscious bias his entire life that only Meghan could have revealed to him. Harry has admitted he would never have left the UK if it were not for Meghan, who he believes rescued him. Of course, he believes he rescued his family by coming to America. The toxic press, the royal family, and their stuffy royal protocols were just too much to bear. I understand what it's like to be under the control of a narcissist. I'm not giving Harry a pass here, but I do have great concern for him, especially since I believe Meghan has what she wanted from Harry, and some of the things have now slipped from her control. Like, being able to pull the purse strings of the royal family. But then again, there is always the remaining Diana inheritance, which Harry can claim at the age of 40. Will it be worth it for her to hang in for the next few years to get that inheritance, or does she have everything she needs? Maybe Harry's just going to become a babysitter. Maybe he's of no use to her anymore. But then again, there is always that inheritance. In my opinion, Harry won't wake up from this on his own and will at some point be discarded like a piece of rubbish when he is no longer useful, compliant, or worshiping at the altar of Meghan. When that time comes, it will be dangerous for Harry, and he will need love, support, advice, and lots of therapy. The issues from his past will come flooding back to haunt him, but he will also have all the issues of Meghan and what he has said and done since being with Meghan that will just be overwhelming to him. He will find himself at the lowest point in his young life. If left alone, he could feel that there is no reason to go on living. He will feel ashamed to ask for help, and therefore those closest to him may not be aware of the situation he finds himself. Even though logically and realistically he will always have support, he won't feel that way because he will be broken. He will feel he has lost everything, including full custody of his beloved children. Again, I'm not defending Harry. I know Meghan is a survivor, but Harry is an empath and feels things deeply and believed that he was making the right decisions as much as Meghan allowed him to. These are just my thoughts and opinions, and I hope you will share yours. I can tell you from experience, being under narcissistic control of someone is not easy, and you don't realize you're in it or how you got there until you're in so deep and broken that you've lost a sense of your self-worth. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll be back with you. Let me say a couple of things. I know there's a lot of comments that I haven't seen on the videos. I'm getting to them as fast as I can. Thank you for the people who are sending me content. Some of my messages and Instagram I haven't been able to read just yet, or I'm a little behind. I've been trying to catch up on all the social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumbler, and of course on YouTube. If you're not sure where to follow me at, because it's not all listed under my Moonchild name, they vary a little bit, look under the description. Also, my email is there. And thank you all for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying my content, and it helps with the algorithms and will maybe help me grow my audience. I appreciate all of you. Love you guys. Thank you for all the comments. Keep them coming. They're so encouraging, and I hope everybody's doing well, and have a blessed weekend, everyone. Lots of love.